The world stood still on June 25, 2009, when the news broke that Michael Jackson, the king of pop, had died. It was a moment of collective shock, a sudden and profound silence that enveloped the globe. Fans, celebrities, and even world leaders were left reeling, trying to process the loss of an iconic figure who had defined pop culture for decades. Within minutes of Jermaine Jackson confirming the news to the press, the reaction was immediate and overwhelming. TMZ.com, which had been speculating about Jackson's condition earlier, quickly published a confirmation. Michael Jackson had suffered a cardiac arrest at his Holmby Hills home and could not be revived. The singer was just 50 years old. The news spread like wildfire. Within 6 minutes of Jermaine Jackson's press conference, the top 15 albums on Amazon.com were all Michael Jackson albums. Twitter trends were dominated by Michael Jackson-related topics, and the TMZ website and Perez Hilton's blog crashed under the weight of traffic. Serena Williams, competing at Wimbledon, expressed her grief on Twitter, and British Prime Minister Gordon Brown released a statement expressing condolences to Jackson's family. Sir Paul McCartney, who had worked with Jackson, called him a massively talented boy man with a gentle soul, and Madonna said she can't stop crying over the news. Elizabeth Taylor was reportedly too devastated to issue a statement, and Quincy Jones, the producer behind Jackson's iconic Thriller album, said he had lost his little brother today and part of my soul is gone. Ben Evenstad, a dedicated Jackson fan and head of a photo agency, was devastated by the news. He hurried back to his office with memory cards from his photographers, hoping to find a crucial shot. To his surprise, his friend Christopher Weiss had captured the last known image of Jackson in the back of an ambulance, a photo that would later be worth over $1 million. This image became a poignant reminder of the final moments of the pop icon's life. Speculation about the cause of Jackson's death began almost immediately. Reports suggested that the singer had been given a painkilling injection shortly before his death. The Jackson family's lawyer, Brian Oxman, warned that Jackson had been taking extensive medications, and law enforcement officials hinted at a possible drug addiction. ABC News reported that Jackson was heavily addicted to OxyContin and received daily doses of Demerol, while Fox News mentioned a cocktail of prescription drugs, including antidepressants. As the news of Jackson's death sank in, the investigation into the circumstances began. Detective Martinez, one of the LAPD detectives on the case, tried to reach Dr. Conrad Murray, Jackson's personal physician, but his efforts were met with silence. Murray, it seemed, was under instructions from his lawyer to avoid contact. Michael Amir Williams, who had been with Jackson in the final hours, returned to the singer's Carrollwood home to create a diversion for the family. When he arrived, the police and coroners were already on the scene, and Williams gave a statement detailing the chaotic events of the previous day. Alyssa Fleek, the coroner investigator, conducted an on-scene investigation in Jackson's bedroom. She documented the room, noting the presence of various prescription medications, including Flomax, Trazodone, Lorazepam, Clonazepam, Diazepam, Temazepam, and Tizanidine. She found 19 tubes of lidocaine and a bottle of Binoquin, as well as an empty vial of Flumazenil and an empty vial of Propofol. Fleek also discovered a syringe, an oxygen tank, an ambu bag, and an Roman 4 stand with an Roman 4 kit attached. These items would later play a crucial role in the investigation. Fleek returned to Carrollwood a few days later to search a wardrobe in Jackson's closet. Inside, she found a bag containing evidence that would ultimately be used to convict Dr. Conrad Murray. The world was left to speculate about the exact sequence of events leading to Jackson's death, but the investigation was just beginning. The next day, the world woke up to headlines mourning the loss of a legend. The New York Times declared, "A star idolized and haunted, Michael Jackson dies at 50, while The Guardian proclaimed, the king is dead." In Rio de Janeiro, a simple image of Jackson's diamond-studded glove adorned the front page of Extra, a poignant tribute to the singer. Other headlines hinted at the mystery surrounding his death, suggesting that Jackson might have had a premonition of his own passing. In Los Angeles, fans gathered at the Hollywood Walk of Fame, laying flowers and tributes at Jackson's star. Despite the confusion, the outpouring of grief was palpable. In Gary, Indiana, Jackson's hometown, hundreds of people paid their respects at the house where the singer had grown up. Nelson Mandela, a rare public figure, commented on Jackson's life and legacy, and the world's largest Michael Jackson fan club reported that some fans had even taken their own lives in the wake of his death. Radio stations and television channels played Jackson's music non-stop, a continuous tribute to his immense contributions to pop culture. The Reverend Jesse Jackson encouraged fans to support each other, urging them to celebrate the singer's life rather than succumb to despair. On the morning of June 26, 2009, Dr. Christopher Rogers, the chief of forensic medicine at the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office, prepared to perform the autopsy on Michael Jackson. The singer's body, which had been transported to the coroner's office the previous evening, was carefully examined by Rogers and the chief medical examiner, Lakshmanan Satyavajaswaran, with Detective Scott Smith of the LAPD as a witness. The autopsy lasted 3 hours and would provide crucial insights into the cause of Jackson's death. The investigation into Michael Jackson's death was just beginning, and the world would soon learn more about the tragic circumstances that led to the end of a legendary life. But for now, the world mourned the loss of a cultural icon, a man who had touched the lives of millions with his music, his talent, and his timeless spirit. The king of pop may have left us, but his legacy continues to inspire and captivate generations.